Now it's time to talk more about the Friday Night Mixed. Week 2 of the Friday Night Mixed obviously was more establishing averages, trying to find out who's really good and who just got off to such a great start and who didn't. Got a couple of usual suspects near the top of the leaderboard. After 2 weeks, the Oddballs and the Yanglings are out on top with a 12-2 mark. There's still plenty of time to go. A long way to go. Anyways, what you see here on the screen is world-class bowling by Incredible Technologies for the arcade, released in 1995. This had pretty good visuals for its time. It was fun to play. It was a quick single game of bowling for a quarter. It used the track ball. And yes, it was possible to get a perfect game with pure skill. And there was certainly a way to get the 7-10 split as well. My performance in this particular game, well, pretty much mirrored what I did in week 2. That was just dreadful. But enough with that. So the Oddballs and the Yanglings are out on top, while Mike Ballard seems to have the early lead in the high average race, hovering around 215. As promised, we did get the 14th team in. They're obviously just called Team 14 right now, until they get a name. Team named Tank and Company is also off to a pretty good start at 10-4. Nope, that's not a chop. That's a glitch. And I certainly didn't get very many of those on Friday night. And not a lot of bowlers seem to have gone off to a terrible start and then recovered quickly for an easy 800 with handicap series. But Bob Rio, with a 754, is the current leader in the clubhouse. I'm sure that's going to change awful quick. Surprising performance by Mary Holm, highlighted at the women's side with a 189. Back to Bob Rio. A near 300 with handicap off of a fantastic 242, which currently is the leader in the clubhouse. There's also another team that's called Off the Wall. Well, I don't know what you can call them, but they're pretty much at the bottom of the leaderboard right now with a sluggish 3-11 mark, but still, it's very early. As teams gel and get better over time, we'll start to get a better idea who's good and who's not. Of course, the team names we have are the usual suspects: the Oddballs, the Yanglings, the Alley Cats. But we also have other names this season: Tank and Company, the Pinheads, the Gangster Bowlers, 2 Miller Lite. Yes, that is in reference to the beer. The Big Balls, the Ball Busters, and Off the Wall. Yes, that's a beer frame. As we just said about the Miller Lights. So back to world-class bowling, introduced by Credible Technologies. The hardware that was used in this game is also used in the Golden Tee 3D series, which were very popular games back in the day. The Golden Tee series still is produced to this day. World-class bowling, on the other hand, had only one sequel, 1996, and then it took 8 more years for Incredible Technologies to release Silver Strike Bowling, which is an excellent game. If you can find a machine, play it. It's fantastic. You're going to love it. And that's week 2, folks.